Hey everyone, Zephyr here, and welcome back to my channel. Today we are doing a modern home for my Sims 2 Build a City challenge. This home is actually for a Sim who's an alien. I'll put a picture of her up right here. I think she's pretty neat. I actually made her in my last video where I made Sims in Body Shop. Her name is Luna Galaxy, and I know that is generic as hell, but I need you to listen to my vision here. And maybe it's a generic as hell vision, but bear with me. So the backstory I have for the Sim is that as a baby, she was basically abandoned by aliens, and a human Sim family took her in. They named her Luna because it's kind of like an homage to space. Her last name wasn't originally Galaxy, but as an adult, she changed it to Galaxy because she wants to create her own, legacy, and she wants to be able to express her individuality. And that's part of the reason why she decided to move to Plumbob. Like many other Sims in Plumbob, she is super creative. She has aspirations to become a business owner. I just think she's going to be a lot of fun to play with. She is interested in music mainly as her form of creativity. I also have a couple different ideas about what kind of business I want her to run. I originally wanted her to run some sort of like record store, selling instruments and stuff like that. But also leaning towards maybe just like a generic electronics store. I feel like that'd be more useful for the town. So it's something I'm gonna have to think about. Also, if you've been keeping up with this series, I kind of went through a phase where I said I wasn't gonna have my Sims take out loans. Well, that's completely out the window. I decided they're allowed to take out loans. At the end of the day, it just helps the town progress faster, and it lets me have more decorated spaces for my Sims, and that makes me happy. And also, it's not too cheaty because, your Sim has to pay back the loan. The neighborhood was literally crawling at a snail's pace before I implemented this, so I feel like loans and just playing more freely will make the town blossom. Oh, I don't think I told you guys, I finally got the new computer and it is working fantastically. The whole editing process is so much easier on this computer, and I can actually see what I'm working with, and it's amazing. I'm not super tech savvy, but I don't think my old computer had the RAM to properly edit videos. I obviously could edit videos a little bit, but it was always choppy when I was editing. I couldn't see what I was doing. I had to save the editing program every 5 seconds, or else the editing program would crash. But yeah, this computer so far has been a much smoother experience, and I'm so thankful for that. Now, I'll admit I was convinced this computer was gonna increase my productivity for this channel. It has not yet. I've been distracted by the other games on my computer. I've been playing Starfield. I played a bit of Party Animals. I played Texas Chainsaw Massacre. I'm having a good time with other games right now. But after I get over this honeymoon phase, I'm sure I'll be able to push out content more for this channel. It's just fun having a brand new toy to play with, and playing games smoothly, and I've been having a good time. Oh, I will talk about the build for a little bit. The main house itself is quite small, so I decided to make a little shed in the back. And that's pretty much where Luna's living room is gonna be. But in my head, it's a little bit more like a she shed. It's a place where she can be creative, relax. She's probably gonna have friends over in there. Who knows? But I thought it was a fun little unique feature of her house. And I said she shed, everyone will get that reference. I don't even know if that's a common thing people say. It's just there was a commercial that haunted me. Constantly for a while about a woman having a she shed. Let me look it up for a second and I'll get back to you. 1 second. Yeah, it was a State Farm commercial where a woman's she shed was on fire, and that was the first time I ever heard the word she shed, and it's haunted me ever since. And I just used the word in a speed build, so I am part of the problem, I guess. So anyway, me and my boyfriend and his friends are going to a convention in about a month. And I'm kind of worried about it because the vibes are already off. Obviously I'm excited to hang out with my boyfriend and his friends. My boyfriend is actually long distance. We are not too far away from each other, but it's enough where it's an inconvenience to get there. And obviously whenever I get a chance to see him, I'm excited, I'm happy. But the thing is, when it comes to this convention, they haven't really announced anything that was super exciting. So the group chat is pretty negative about the convention right now, and I don't know, I have two main issues with this, and they contradict each other. The first issue I'm having is the fact that I don't think we should go into it so negatively. Like, I feel like if you go into something saying you'll have a bad time, you're gonna have a bad time, or you most likely will have a bad time. And this is absolutely rich coming from me, because I'm normally anxious and don't want to do things, and go into things with, like, sometimes a negative attitude, right? But, like, I don't know, we had a decent time last year, and I don't think we should go into the convention absolutely shitting on it when we had fun last time, and we were excited about going to the convention this time. That brings me to point number 2. Last time we only went for one day of the convention, and it was fine. We went on the day where, like, most things happened, and we had a good time. When we were planning this outing, we decided we wanted to do all 3 days, right? And last time we didn't get a VIP package, so we had to, like, wait in line to get into the convention, which was fine. We didn't have to wait too long. But this time, for whatever reason, they decided to get the VIP package where you could just kind of, like, walk in before everyone else, right? And, like, it's extra money, and I wasn't, like, super keen on the idea, but my boyfriend talked me into it. But, like, I'm just frustrated, like, why are we VIPs and, like, now just shitting on something before we even get there? Like, there wasn't a lot announced that we were super hyped for last time, and, like, I don't know what we were expecting this time. So it's the Gemini in me, but part of me is like, hey, maybe we should just go into the event with a positive mindset and try to have a good time, and, like, wait for the schedule to be released and figure out what events we want to go to into the convention and enjoy each other's company. And the other part of me is like, I was right. We shouldn't have got those VIP tickets. We're not gonna have a good time. You should all listen to me in the future because I'm right about literally everything. Like, so I don't know. And I genuinely believe both of those things at the same time. That's just how my brain works. But I think we'll get there and have a good time. If you see me walking around HellCon in Halifax, feel free to say hi. I'm not sure how many of you know my face. I post it occasionally on TikTok, but other than that, I barely ever show my face. But I do have some face cam videos on this channel too, actually, so maybe some of you know my face. I just went to grab food in the kitchen, as one does when they're hungry. It's 9 a.m. in the morning, right? So my dog is laying, like, outside my door. I have my door closed because I'm doing this recording. And when I walked out into the room, he let out the most dramatic sigh I've ever heard. And, like, I walked over him to get to the kitchen, and, like, as I'm, like, making my food, he is just continuing to sigh. Like, I can tell this dog is annoyed with me right now. Like, I'm sorry for existing and being awake. It's 9 a.m. in the morning, sir. Like, I can just tell he's annoyed with me, and I find that kind of funny. But I'm sorry for disturbing his sleep, I guess. And he was giving me this side eye the whole time I was in the kitchen, right? Because, like, you can see, like, where he is from the kitchen. It's all, like, one big open area. And, like, he was clearly annoyed with me. But anyway, speaking of kitchens, one of my biggest gripes with The Sims 2 is the fact that the counters are so bad. There's only, like, 2 or 3 options that I'm even willing to consider putting in my Sims homes. And that is simply just not enough. I had this issue when The Sims 4 first came out, when there was only, like, 2 usable counters in the game. It has since gotten a lot better. But for whatever reason, Sims 2 devs just did not care to make nice looking counters. And I'm constantly, like, having this issue when I'm making Sims 2 kitchens, and I never go and look for, like, new CC counters, and I really need to make it a point to go do that because I'm struggling. A large portion of my Sims custom content right now is Sims 4 to 2 conversions because I think they look really good personally in The Sims 2. I know a lot of people have strong opinions on this, but I like what I like in my game. You can like what you like in your game. So maybe I should just look for Sims 4 to 2 conversions for countertops. This whole little rant kind of reminds me of something, and it's kind of random, but stick with me. So I work in fast food, right? I worked in fast food for 10 years. Before I got my current job, I worked in a fast food kitchen for 3 years. So, like, I know how to do upfront and the kitchen. Anyways, at my current job, for whatever reason, there's, like, this barrier between kitchen people and the front people. and like they don't want front people to work in kitchen for whatever reason. Like it's a whole thing. And I'm currently in the front, and I've been begging to go in back forever, but that's kind of like another point. No, actually, it is the point. It is the point of the story, because at one point, my supervisor, who's supposed to be up front, scheduled herself to be in the back, right? And I'm like, hey, just so you know, I'm perfectly comfortable going in the back if you need an extra person in the back. Like, I worked in the kitchen for 3 years, blah, 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 blah. And then she was like, well, you can't really do that. Like, it's brushing me off. And I'm like, I can run circles around you in the kitchen. Like, I know I could be a good kitchen person. Like, I am like an absolute beast on fryers, and like the people we have on fryers right now, like some of them are good, but some of them are not. Like I often work in the shoot position where I have to like take the burgers and like bag them and give them out to customers, right? And half the time I'm directing, oops, I hit my monitor, but half the time I'm directing traffic in the kitchen to just get them to drop items. And I'm like, if I was actually on fryers, like food would be up. I wouldn't have to be sitting here waiting 15 minutes for a french fry, you know? Like, working fast food is a struggle. But anyway, that supervisor is gone now, and she actually knows about my TikTok account, so if she somehow found this video, I'm not hating on you, I was just mad at that situation. I don't think she's gonna watch this, though. And the thing is, not to toot my own horn, but I'm good at shoot. Like, I will call out things I need. Like, if I am missing a fry, I'll tell them I need a fry. If I'm waiting on a burger, I'm like, hey, I need this burger. I'm thinking of one specific incident where I called out for a hash brown because I needed a hash brown. And, like, they did not put the hash brown down. Like, it was, like, literally 18 minutes later when we finally got to the order, because we were, like, in one of those, like, shit hidden in the fan situations where, like, orders were getting backed up, mainly because fries and stuff weren't down. But anyway, I had called out this hash brown because I saw it, because I knew there was no way we were gonna have like a hash brown in the warmer, right? I called it out like 3 times, honestly, and it wasn't down like 18 minutes later, and I was so upset. Like, I saw him like put it down after I called it out the last time, and I literally sunk to the floor. Like, I was in front of my station, I called out the hash brown, I saw him put the hash brown into the oil, and I just like, I don't want to say collapse, but like I like knelt down and I stared directly at the counter in front of me, because like I couldn't believe it. Like, I understand mistakes happen. I'm not perfect in kitchen either, but like it was just one of those situations where I was just thinking about the fact that I'm not really allowed back in kitchen, and I'm here trying to direct traffic from my position up front to make sure that the kitchen is running at a relatively smooth pace, and it just wasn't working, and it was very upsetting. And the thing is, I'm not even a supervisor, okay? But when things like happen, they always turn to me and they're like, well, Christina, what do we do? Oh, just so you know, this is happening. What do you think we should do? And I'm like, I get paid as much as everyone else around here. And it's just unfortunate, because a lot of times when things happen, there's no supervisor on the floor, and it like defaults to me. And I'm like, why? But anyway, thank you for letting me get that out of my system. As for this build, I think it turned out really cute. I'm proud of it. I love the modern vibes. I do think I have an issue with either only just creating like modern, nice homes, or like traditional like 2000s era family homes. Like I feel like I need to branch out a bit more, but also like my comfort zone is my comfort zone, you know? But anyway, we are getting towards the end of the video now. If you guys liked it, please give it a like, subscribe if you want to see more, and definitely check out my Build a City challenge if you haven't already. I'm having a lot of fun with it, and I'm excited for the future of the challenge.